In Myanmar, Tzu Chi's building team hurried to finish 12 schools under construction in Thanlyin Township. We meet two former cancer patients who help others to fight the battle with the disease. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. In Taiwan's Tainan, a fire broke out at a nursing home in Annan District. As the fire alarm went off, staff members of the facility immediately carried out the fire response measure, following which the fire brigade soon arrived to contain the blaze. According to the staff members, the fire started in a storage room on the second floor. Thankfully, all residents were evacuated safely, with some suffering from smoke inhalation, of which 2 were taken to the intensive care units.
At 10 p.m. on May 28th, a fire broke out at a nursing home in Tainan City's Annan District. 17 minutes later, the fire brigade arrived at the scene to take control of the situation. To help immobile senior residents evacuate, staff members of the facility and foreign caregivers worked together. Some of them suffered smoke inhalation as a result.
The fire started on the second floor, in the storage room next to the bathroom of room 203. Only comforters were stored inside.
To safely evacuate over 30 seniors was not an easy task. When the fire alarm went off, staff members responded immediately.
Yes, it did. Fire hydrants and fire extinguishers all worked accordingly.
As the fire broke out in the storage room on the second floor, firemen evacuated immobile residents through the middle and the rightmost stairs. In this fire, 11 people from the home suffered smoke inhalation, 2 of which are currently in intensive care, while the rest of the residents are unharmed.
Moving to Southeast Asia, after Cyclone Nargis struck Myanmar in 2008, the Tzu Chi Foundation found their way into remote areas to help local schools rebuild. Recently, in Thanlyin Township, Tzu Chi's building team has been working around the clock to install the new buildings with eco-friendly building materials, in hopes of offering students a safer learning environment as soon as possible.
At midnight, as trucks arrive at the warehouse, they are met by workers who hurry unload the materials before sunrise. After Cyclone Nargis struck Myanmar in 2008, Tzu Chi volunteers and their building team have been working tirelessly to build new school buildings for 12 schools in Thanlyin Township. When transporting the building materials, smaller trucks are used in order to protect rural roads from damage.
Using smaller trucks to transport building materials requires additional time and money. It's less efficient, but doing so we can avoid damage to the roads.
Taking local weather conditions into consideration, the building team decided to use green building materials bought from abroad.
These roof tiles are made from coconut shells. They are thermal insulated and less likely to deform. Unlike traditional roof tiles, when it rains, they will not rust or corrode easily. These green building materials are also more sustainable.
Working out a comprehensive building plan, they aim to provide children with safer school buildings in which to continue their studies.
PVC steel lasts longer. It is water resistant and won't bend out of shape. This kind of building material is more durable in the long run.
Working around the clock, workers hope to complete their installation before the new school semester begins, giving students a safe learning environment as soon as possible.
Taiwan's Council of Agriculture joined hands with the Tzu Chi Foundation and donated 4,700 tons of rice to help impoverished residents and those that were devastated by Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines. Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers held rice distributions in Manila's Tondo District and Malabon City, helping a total of 1,541 families. Besides the rice distributions, volunteers also conducted home visitations to better understand residents' financial situation.
Children playing in an environment filled with garbage and recyclables. Scenes like this can be found in any one of Metro Manila's many slums. This 17-year-old boy has never received an education and makes a living by collecting recyclables with his grandmother, Josie Moscosa. Holding a 20-kilogram bag of rice from Taiwan, Josie Moscosa breaks into a smile.
We won't have food to eat if we don't collect and sell recyclables. When we don't have food to eat, my grandson and I will drink water.
Tondon District is one of the many slum neighborhoods in Metro Manila, and children born here have little chance of receiving an education. During Tzu Chi's rice distribution in Tondo, Manila, Tzu Chi volunteers encountered 16-year-old Joanna Pontilas. To gain a better understanding of Pontila's situation, volunteers follow her back home. Upon arriving home, Pontilla quickly cleans up the plastic bottles she has collected.
My children are used to eating rice with salt only. They don't complain much because they know our family's financial situation. Their father doesn't earn a lot of money.
This is 18-year-old Dean Thanlyin, who lives with her 7-month pregnant girlfriend. As the couple lives in an illegal building, the government will soon be tearing down their home.
The government will give us about $68. When they tear down this building, I will save the money for my unborn baby.
Meanwhile, a performance by Tzu Chi volunteers at a rice distribution in Malambon City helps uplift the spirits of recipients, including Dina Apache. When Apache's parents are at work, she has to look after her siblings. She says the rice from Taiwan will help feed her family for half a month.
Right now, we have 20 kilograms of rice to eat. We can buy something else with the money that was put towards buying rice.
Many recipients say, thanks to Tzu Chi's help, they will be able to eat rice at least twice a day. Despite their difficult circumstances, recipients are grateful for this love from Taiwan. Many even donate a bit of their own love to reciprocate Tzu Chi's kindness and pay the love forward.
The National Secondary School Kota Marudu II in Malaysia is quite some distance from Kota Kinabalu. Due to its remote location, most of the school's students need to live on campus. Unfortunately, the school recently ran out of beds. Thankfully, Tzu Chi responded to the school's request and delivered 60 new mattresses and bed frames. Malaysia's National Secondary School Kota Marudu II is far away from Kota Kinabalu. Most of its pupils come from low-income families. To save costs, most students choose to live on campus. However, as their number increased, the school ran out of beds.
Most of our students come from rural areas about 40 to 50 kilometers away, so these students will need to live on campus. If they don't live here, they will not be able to attend classes.
Without bus fares, I couldn't come to school, and by not being able to attend my classes, my grades would be affected as a result.
After learning of the news, Tzu Chi volunteers drove 3 hours to deliver 60 new mattresses and bed frames.
Before, I just put my bedding on the floor and slept on top of it. I did that for about 2 months. But when I saw the new beds have arrived, I was so excited. I said to myself, I can finally sleep well tonight.
I really appreciate what you did and am very grateful. We had asked for help from many NGOs to no avail. So we are really glad that you cared and have reached out a helping hand.
Thanks to Tzu Chi's gift of love, these students can now study hard and rest easy. even though there are many renowned Asian athletes that compete professionally, including a few from Taiwan, the country as a whole still does not value or respect athletes. Though they may win competitions, in the end, athletes in Taiwan can only find jobs like a school coach or fitness instructor. In spite of this bleak future, many young athletes continue to work hard to realize their dreams.
In this video footage, a group of little boys is trying to master the pommel horse. After numerous falls, some begin to cry. At the time, the youngest was in kindergarten, while the oldest was in second grade. Where are they now? The 7 boys now attend the same high school and are still passionate about gymnastics. Besides Huang Keqiang, who is training for Asian Games at the National Sports Training Center, the other 3 go about their days like normal students.
Perhaps it's due to the competitiveness of the athletes in them, but they don't want to be on the losing side. They are driven to do their best.
It depends. If I'm interested, of course, I will study hard. Still, a good education leads to a brighter future, because I might want to take a test to become a teacher.
The crybaby and the youngest of the 7, Shang En, is now a sophomore in high school. He also has the best grades and tries hard to balance academics and sports. Luodong Commercial Vocational High School does not have an athlete-exclusive class, and thus all the school's athletes enroll in normal classes just like any student. As high school curriculums are more diversified and more challenging, students-athletes must rely on their classmates and teachers to help them catch up on classes they have missed.
We ask them to respect their teachers and pay attention in class, but often they may fall asleep in class because of a hard practice session, so we ask our teachers to be lenient with these athletes as well.
Student-athletes attend class in the morning and practice in the afternoon. In between, they still have to deal with midterms and finals. These gymnasts have just snatched gold at the National High School Games. In fact, looking back, they have been winning since elementary school.
Sometimes halfway through my practice, I would hide and then cry. Still, I would carry on because I really wanted to do this.
Wow, I looked so goofy back then. Isn't it goofy that I could only go around the pommel horse a couple of times? I got laughed at a lot back then. Still, I continue to practice because I like it.
Inside the gym, the young men see boys hard at work just like them. In Taiwan, however, parents seldom let their children chase after their dreams, and not all schools are supportive of their athletes. Worse, there is no future for athletes in the country.
They may want to become a coach or an instructor, but we all know the limited options available to athletes in this country. There are only so many PE teachers in a school. We try to tell them the hard facts, but at the same time we remain supportive because we want them to discover their true self-worth.
I practice hard because I set my difficulty level high to get a better score. I also need to work on stability.
I have many dreams that I want to accomplish. I want to compete abroad and win.
Perhaps one day I can compete on the world stage and gain valuable experience. Maybe I will be able to find out if I'm worthy to compete in the Olympics.
Though these young men have chosen a path that few travel in Taiwan, with the support of their family and teachers, they're making the best of their talents to realize their dreams.
Next up in Taiwan, we join young volunteers of the Jingsi Books and Cafe in Banqiao and Beitou as they attend their first sign language rehearsal in preparation for their upcoming suture performance.
Learning sign language for the first time, these little ones are not shy at all. They follow along with the teacher's movements, and although their actions are still a little rigid, they're all 100% focused.
We want them to learn to cherish their blessings. I think it's great they can come here and meet people who can be their advisors.
71 young Jingsi Books and Cafe volunteers from Beitou, Shilin, and Danshui all signed up for the sign language musical to debut this summer. With their parents' support and volunteers by their side, they're already making good progress.
Children's hearts are the closest to the pure innate Buddha nature. We hope children can find peace in their hearts and be a catalyst of peace and goodness in society.
你好，要小志工入进账那个报道吗？你是第九，要找第九个小队。
Meanwhile, at the rehearsal at the Tzu Chi grounds, 130 young volunteers are on their best behavior as they watch and learn how to serve others.
Volunteering has made my grandma very happy, so I also want to learn how to take care of customers, refill stock, and read.
They have to do everything here. Perhaps they rely on their parents a lot at home, but here they have to learn to be independent so that when they go home, they can help their parents and also carry out their goal of doing good deeds and fulfilling their filial duties.
Instilling good habits in children since young, today these young volunteers have learned that doing good deeds and fulfilling filial duties starts now.
In our next report, we meet two former cancer patients, Zhang Zhuchuan and Zhao Li, who successfully won their battle against the illness. Given a second chance at life, Zhao Li and her husband now devote their time and efforts to promoting cancer awareness and how timely diagnosis can improve a patient's outcome. Meanwhile, in gratitude for the care he received from the medical staff of the Cancer Resource Center at the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, Zhang Zhuchuan encourages other cancer patients not to give up and to fight their illness head-on with courage.
那你看它的肿瘤是这样，差不多有快12公分。
Diagnosed with stage 3 liver cancer 3 years ago, at the time a 12-centimeter tumor was found in Zhang Zhuchuan's liver. Zhang was scared, anxious, and uncertain about his treatment. However, it was staff members of the Cancer Resource Center at the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital that encouraged him to bravely face his treatment.
Patients are able to find the answers they are looking for here, which will give them peace of mind as they receive treatment and fight their illness. This source of stability is more than what family members can provide.
这个刚手术完，我的宝贝，你的宝贝，对他出来才让我这样子。
Sharing the experiences of his journey and showing pictures of himself during treatment, Zhang encourages cancer patient Liang Xianshou to bravely face up to his illness and undergo treatment.
病友能够
Former cancer patients can relate to the pain and turmoil terminally ill cancer patients go through and how difficult this journey is. I hope to pass on the love I've received from the Tzu Chi Hospital medical staff to others.
他就陪着我。
He helped me make an appointment, waited for me at outpatient services, and even recommended a doctor. He is very kind-hearted. I told him that he is my master, and if I have the chance, I will follow in his footsteps and help others.
Despite the relentlessness of the illness, with love, cancer patients can find the strength to face the days ahead. At this cancer prevention event, Zhao Li shares with participants how cancer treatment should never be delayed. As she suffered from repeated urinary tract infections, Zhao said she overlooked the results of her pap smear until her symptoms intensified. By that time, she had already been diagnosed with cervical cancer.
Complaining doesn't change anything. At the time, all I felt was frustration. I was frustrated that this had happened to me.
Zhao faced her illness head-on and successfully won her battle against cancer. In gratitude, Rao and her husband now devote their efforts to charity, helping raise public awareness regarding cancer prevention.
Because of my wife's illness, we can relate to other patients. So this work is necessary, and we want people to know how important it is.
Helping make a difference in their own way, the couple remains dedicated to their cause.
As Dragon Boat Festival approaches, many Taiwanese are looking to celebrate the occasion by eating sticky rice dumplings, otherwise known as zongzi. But traditional zongzi are usually high in calories. Hence, Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital's nutrition team came up with a recipe for a healthy and low in calories alternative for everyone to enjoy. But first, we join the superintendent of Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital, Jian Shouxing, as he made and delivered zongzi to care recipients and Tzu Chi volunteers.
Doesn't look very pretty, but it tastes good. It's also healthy, so you can eat it too.
On the eve of the Dragon Boat Festival, Superintendent Jian Shouxing of Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital is delivering self-made sticky rice dumplings or zongzi to care recipients.
It is filled with the superintendent's love. He's better at wrapping zongzi than I.
The Jiangs received financial aid from Tzu Chi in the past, but since the wife began receiving government subsidies, they gave up the aid from Tzu Chi. Now the husband and wife pair donate to their bamboo coin banks to help the less fortunate.
Although the couple suffers from health problems, but their patience for life exceeds that of most people. They both have a giving heart.
To give patients a healthy snack, regular rice was used in place of glutinous rice, and each wrapped zongzi is filled with the love of the staff at Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital. Superintendent Jian also visits senior Tzu Chi volunteer Zheng Yibing and his wife to check on his wife's hands after surgery.
Be Master Zheng Yan's disciple, we should put more effort into cultivating a field of blessing.
Fewer calories and delicious, these sticky rice dumplings are not only filled with goodness but also love and blessings. Meanwhile, in Hualien, water-soaked sago pears and sugar are what make up the light and healthy sticky rice dumpling Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital's nutrition team is currently promoting.
We're making healthier ones today and chose sago and red beans as our main ingredients because these are natural ingredients and are better for our body.
Besides being low in calories, these natural ingredients give those who suffer from kidney disease a worry-free option to eat this Dragon Boat Festival.
Sago pearls are made of starch, so they are low in protein. Those who suffer from kidney disease can look to snacks made with sago to help keep up their energy levels throughout the day.
Steam the wrapped snack for 30 minutes and it's ready to eat.
Very chewy, and different.
Although the sticky rice dumpling made with red beans and sago pears is delicious and has fewer calories, dietitians warn it's still best not to eat too many in one sitting. At the end of the show, we join Tzu Chi volunteers in Shanghai and Beijing as they bring laughter and joy to their respective local senior homes. Beijing Tzu Chi volunteers made vegetarian dumplings to share with the seniors, while Shanghai Tzu Chi volunteers entertained the elderly with their performances. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.